Hey tubers, JoseFantasticville here. Just watching the Unexplained. Season 6. Mitchie Tigerfield, hello. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you for everyone's come by from foreign countries so far. Thanks for the one thumbs up. Just on Netflix watching the Unexplained Season 6, Episode 1, The World Beneath Our Feet. William Shatner's the host. Thanks for the shout out. Mitchie Tigerfield, welcome. What me in the house, thank you for coming in. Just a quick live Saturday night before we get ready to go sleep. Just cheers to everybody on the weekend. Just got a Sahi dry.
Archaeologists are conducting ongoing excavations in an attempt to unravel the mystery of who built the incredible Longview cave system. But some experts believe the best way to solve an underground mystery
Some Japanese popped rice, or it's not fried rice, but it's like rice kernels. Japanese snack. It's kind of good when you drink beer with this one. Thanks for dropping by. Also throw some peanuts in here. Thanks for 2 million in the house. But most of it's like a rice. And it's pretty good. I'm watching TV, just relaxing and stuff like that. Thanks for joining us.
Going down that shaft, they would cut steps into the side of the shaft, and they would tunnel along horizontally, where they would extract the copper and take it back up to the surface.
Okay.
In recent years, the timber mines have attracted attention because there are those who believe that buried underground in one of these deep tunnels is the legendary lost treasure.
Thanks, 2 million. Just watching. So, hey, 22 million. Wait, 22. Thanks, 22 million for dropping by. Get a shout out, Lexi and Daniel dropping by. Mitchie. Just drinking some Asahi dry and some Japanese rice snack. So those are like rice kernels popped, and they throw some peanuts in there. It's pretty good. Thanks for the 12 million in the house. The one thumbs up. Thanks for dropping by. Again, thanks Lexi came by so far. Daniel, Barry Sports, Mitchie Tigerfield. Just here. Thanks, 5 million in the house. Just enjoying a snack, watching a Netflix episode of The Unexplained. It's season 6. The Unexplained. This is hosted by William Shatner. For anyone that's ever watched William Shatner, he's the host for this show. Season 6, episode 1. They're talking the world beneath our feet. But hope everyone's having a good weekend, good Saturday. Just here relaxing. Again, watching a show like I usually do on Saturdays. I was working earlier today. A little bit tired and stuff like that. But thanks for everyone's dropped by. Again, just relaxing, enjoying the weekend. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the weekend. Here in the United States, it's Memorial Day weekend, where we honor the fallen from the military, from all the branches that have fallen in the past. So it's Memorial Day. I know a lot of people get that sometimes confused. Hey, Bud Files, cheers. Kampai, salud, prost. Cheers. Thanks for dropping by. Everyone, Bud Files is a channel, and Mitchie for sure. I know our channels. Anybody else is a channel here? Just leave your name. Let me know that you're a channel. So again, thanks everyone who's dropped by for me in the house. If you guys are channels, let me know. I know for sure Bud Files and Mitchie are channels. Thanks for dropping by and always supporting each other and stuff like that. Again, I'm just a small channel. The weather's been pretty good here. Got up to 90 today, kind of cooler than what it was a couple days ago. There was a rainstorm about 2 days ago, had some good lightning, some lightning strikes in the area here in Central Texas. One or two houses I know of that I saw in the news got burnt. I don't know if you guys saw that plane accident that crashed in San Diego, California, with the 6 people that passed away in Murphy Canyon in San Diego, California area. It's kind of weird. When I saw it on the news, they showed the neighborhood where the plane fell, and I actually lived in that area before. It's kind of know where that accident happened.
There are 10,000 mine shafts, maybe more. And so it's easy for people to kind of...
Thanks 5 million in the house for dropping by, sticking with us and stuff like that. Again, thanks everyone that's come by and said hi. Got people here from different places, different countries. Again, cheers.
Some of the first evidence in support of this theory was found by an archaeologist named Nelson Crook, who conducted a series of excavations in the 19th.
See me in the house?
Nelson Crook made a huge study of all the copper mines, smelting works, and also the camps.
Just eating the rice snacks. Japanese rice snacks. They throw 1 or 2 peanuts in there. And then there's the back.
Dating from the 9th to 10th century.
But these are very good. They're very, sometimes they come a little spicy, and you could get spicier rice snacks like this. This show I'm watching, they're talking about King Solomon's mines. Thanks for 3 million in the house. That 1 thumbs up.
Some experts began to think that Crook was wrong, could associate the timber mines with King Solomon.
Again, hopefully everyone has a good weekend. Thanks everyone who's dropped by so far.
A team of archaeologists, led by Professor Aris Ben Yosef of Tel Aviv University, made a remarkable discovery. While excavating an ancient mining work site at Timber, that is referred to as Slaves Hill, they found more evidence that links this location to King Solomon.
Slaves Hill is the largest copper smelting site in Canada. It's located on a sandstone mesa surrounded by cliffs. When you go to these sites, you find
I go get it then. They 3 million in the house. I'll be right back. I can go clean something up. But I'll leave it on.
in England. We were in shock.
You hear the background. Let me go clean
They
this up.
still come back from the lab. The dates are for sure from the time of the so
I don't know. I don't know.
from about 1020 BC all the way to the mid-9th BC. And so expect in discussion if these were King Solomon's mines or not.
When you take the totality of this, the Bible, and what it says about King Solomon, the presence of these copper mines in the deserts of Israel, and put all these elements together, for people of faith, it gives them a greater assurance of the truthfulness of the Bible. That it involves real people in real places in a real time.
Is the treasure of King Solomon hidden somewhere in the Timber mines? Experts continue to search for clues deep underground in hopes of answering that long-standing question. Not unlike another subterranean mystery that has also persisted for centuries. Well, that involves the strange theory that there are vast open spaces located in the center of the Earth. New York City, July 1996. Seismologist Dr. Paul Richards and his team at Columbia University make a remarkable announcement. They discovered that while a full rotation of the Earth's surface takes 24 hours, the iron core at the center of our planet actually spins faster.
They were measuring the rotation of the core of the Earth in relation to the surface of the Earth. And what they found was that it's not constant. And it leads people to believe that there is a disconnection between the two. Maybe it's not molten rock. It could be open air. So when you put all of that data together, it is open the idea, the hypothesis that Earth is hollow.
Could there be vast hollow space beneath the Earth's surface? It sounds crazy. And yet, thousands of years the belief has persisted that beneath our feet, they're not just caves and tunnels, but an entire underground world.
The idea of the hollow earth is that we live on a shell and that inside the earth is a hollow cavity with its own atmosphere, its own animals, and possibly its own inhabitants.
The concept of a hollow earth goes well back before written word. We have pictograms, cave drawings, things that describe either deities coming out of the earth or man trying to communicate with deities in the earth. And that's where the idea of a hollow earth came from.
Of all the ancient tales about hollow earth, perhaps the most intriguing is the one that involves the Garden of Eden.
There is an ancient legend that is recorded from a very, very old text called the Sefer Tanakh, the Book of the Image. The legend tells us that the cave called Machpelah is the doorway to the Garden of Eden, which exists in the earth. But here is the interesting question. A garden in a cave doesn't work like that. Gardens have nightlife and groves where there's sun. The inner there's the inner sun.
Could Adam and Eve have lived in a lush paradise deep underground? The incredible notion that people could inhabit subterranean spaces has been embraced not just in ancient times, but also in the modern era. In fact, by the turn of the 20th century, the fascination with hollow earth was so strong that a new generation of scientists and explorers set out to find proof of the existence.
Hey, 5 million in the house. Thanks for coming by. I just had to go clean something up. Thanks for 6 million in the house being here.
Was led by an
I'm watching the Unexplained
Admiral
on Netflix.
Daddy, how many do I have Sunday? You know?
Yeah, that's it.
Why not one for me? We need to order beer.
No, that's it.
And he claimed
Every 10 million in the house. Hats on mission. Thanks.
Tomorrow.
No, we're live tomorrow, Sunday.
You're off?
No, Wednesday I'm off.
an environment down
Do you
below
work tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, when
just for that.
animals.
Hey, 3 million in the house. How you doing? Hats on a mission.
In other words,
Pretty good name there. Hats on a mission. Thanks for the 2 thumbs up. 3 million in the house.
at the North Pole was actually an entrance into a parallel world, parallel existence that exists and coexists with the Earth itself.
Eating these popped rice kernels. They're pretty good. If you ever get these from an Asian market, these are pretty good. They're good with beer or other things. Thanks, 5 million in the house.
But modern science is trying to solve the centuries-old mystery by conducting seismic studies.
Just here for a short time again. Thank you everyone who's dropped by so far. Mitchie, Daniel, Lexi, Bud Fowles, and Hats on Mission. Leaving comments, 8 million in the house.
Washington University discovered large
Just relaxing on a weekend. Cheers, kampai, salud, prost, kampai.
On the inside of the crust. That was really quite remarkable. When I see reports like that, it leads me
This is
at least if there's a
Asahi Super Dry.
we have a hologram
So Asahi beer. Just got the cherry blossom
that our planet is
decoration. So this can was made in for March, April time frame in Japan. And the cherry blossoms start coming out.
Does the Earth really have enormous hollow expanses?
Thank you.
Earth's surface? It's the wildly thought to consider.
Watching the Unexplained 7 million in the house.
Soon we find out the answer.
Gracias for everyone's come here today. So far, again, just a short one. Saying cheers to everybody on Saturday night.
Deep underground.
Got my Asahi Super Dry can. If
Australia.
anyone's drinking beer, the Asahi Super Dry is pretty good beer.
Which is located
It's good to eat with snacks. If you got peanuts or other snacks, it's good. Goes good with chicharrones also.
because, as it turns out, most of the town was located underground.
Watching Unexplained season 6, episode 1 right now.
Beneath the surface of Cuba lies a subterranean world, complete with homes that are known as dugouts.
Look how the people live in the ground.
Who?
Cooper Beatty isn't
That town, yeah.
Australian outback.
See?
Galleys ran into underground space.
Hey, 8 million in the house, thanks.
Restaurants,
Hey everyone, thank you guys.
hotels, people's
See the
houses,
bedroom?
churches underground. All of this stuff excavated from this soft but very
8 million, thanks for dropping by. 10 million, thank you for dropping by. Just here watching on a Saturday night on the weekend. Cheers, salud,
Underground.
pros, kampai. Thank you, gracias, obrigado, domi arigato,
Dates back to 19
salamat. Everyone's come by. I have some people from different places.
traveled to this area. To dig
One or two, the people that drop by are from foreign countries. Thank you guys.
first
Okay, it's about a little bit after 10 at night here in the central time zone in the United States.
and we had picks and shovels and, I had to
Watching episode 6, or actually season 6, sorry, episode 1
shanties
of Done Explained. It's hosted by William Shatner.
and so dry that the old miners, they couldn't sleep.
I don't do a lot of beer testing or taste tests like a lot of other people do. That's other people's channels, but for this beer, it's pretty good. Asahi Super Dry. It's their cherry blossom special. March and April, cherry blossoms bloom in different parts of Japan.
Beatty comes from Aboriginal people that lived there when the first explorers came.
It goes down pretty smooth. It's a pretty smooth beer. It is dry like it says Asahi Dry. It's not Kirin Ichiban
These things and disappearing into the earth, and of
or
course,
Sapporo, one of the other two
what do you want?
beers in Japan.
Place.
But thanks for 6 million, the 2 thumbs up.
Was that high night here? We were producing anywhere from $40 to $60 million worth of rough items.
Watching this show, enjoying the snacks.
And we had over 1,000.
Almost done.
So that's why we were not having on the road. I'm in the business of selling iron. That's how I make my living. By cutting a lot of iron and selling it around, competing to some of the shops. And the domestic market around Australia, I've got bills to pay, so I might as well sell it.
Today, Cooper Beatty is more famous for being an alternative lifestyle community than it is
Hey, 5 million in the house again. Everyone's dropped by, left comments. Thank you.
estimates.
If you comment, leave where you're from also.
Dugouts,
Give you a shout out for wherever you're from.
and approximately 2,500 people live and work here year-round.
Can be considered living off the grid in the sense that we are not connected to any of the cities or anything. Everything here, our water supply, our power, everything is generated here in KP. It's just a nice, sustainable way.
Talking about a place in Australia called Cooper Petty.
So this unorthodox community.
About 2,500 people live underground there.
Well, you ask the people of Cooper Beatty
Cooper Petty in Australia.
what we want
We need underground specifically in mind because of the climate. Yeah, we have some pretty harsh extremes, particularly in the summer. And we've got these hot days. I wouldn't want to be above
Again, I've been snacking on these.
living underground.
Pretty much empty. It's rice, like rice puffed up, but rice pieces.
Some people believe that underground living is not a matter of lifestyle preference, but rather survival. In recent years, an increasing number
This show is talking about Cooper PD, Australia.
of residents in the event of a catastrophe.
But this episode's going to other places.
One of the most prominent of these subterranean shelters is Vivo's Exponent, which is located in South Dakota.
Vigo's X Point is the largest survival community on Earth. It was originally a government facility that was in charge of munitions for World War II. We have 500.
They're talking about a place in South Dakota now.
Across 7,000 acres, or about 9 square
They went
miles,
from Australia to South Dakota.
that are now being used for underground living and survival in case of the worst possible events we might encounter. People who live out there, they're regular people like you and I, and they come from all different walks of life. I think it always pays to be prepared to survive.
They're showing how they modified this
If we think about it,
ammunition depot farm
all of these spaces
into
are
housing.
by the fundamental belief that the underground is a space of protection. So it completely makes sense.
Again, watching 9 million. Thanks for coming by. Cheers, salud, kampai. Gracias para toda la gente que haya venido aquí. Thank you. Obrigado. Salamat. Again, a variety channel. JoseFantasticville. A variety channel, different things. My most recent one was a cat video, and then after that was a cemetery video.
Drilled 2.5 miles beneath the surface of the earth in search of a rare and precious metal.
Thanks for me in the house. Thanks for the support, following, fans. And now they're showing a place called Eswatini, Africa.
Stands an ancient stepped mountain canyon known as Bamboo Ridge. The Bamboo Ridge is significant because, according to experts, it is the site of the oldest mine industry.
Radiocarbon dating shows evidence that this place was.
Hey, 11 million in the house. Thanks again. I'm just watching Unexplained on Netflix, season 6, episode 1. Cheers. Thank you for dropping by.
So the history of the human species, from the Stone Age to the digital age, has this relationship.
Just here relaxing on Saturday.
with the metals that we need at that particular place.
It's astonishing to think that from the humble beginnings of the first mine,
Pretty cool. From 22 to 11.
there are
And
more than 6,000 active mines located all over the world.
thanks for 6 million in the house.
Extend incredibly deep into the earth.
You guys, hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. It's already Saturday here. I know some parts of the world it's already Sunday, but it's part of the weekend. You guys enjoy your weekend so far. I know we probably have friends or family that work night shifts somewhere, but if you're at home right now, you guys, hopefully you enjoy your weekend.
From our planet. Today, we rely on mining perhaps even more than our ancestors did, because modern electronics depend on what are referred to as rare earth elements.
The term.
Thank you for dropping by, everybody.
To 17 chemically similar elements that have fantastic magnetic and conductive properties. They are called things like europium, lanthanum, praseodymium, cerium, and together. They are absolutely essential for life as we know it today. We need these elements for medical technologies, communications,
Hey, 6 million in the house.
but eventually rare earth elements.
You're talking about rare earth elements.
And the real question is, how deep were we built into the earth to get the elements that we need? I think the simple answer to that is we We'll go as far as our technologies allow us to go.
Will Earth's supply of rare metals eventually run out?
Thank you for me in the house. 2 thumbs up.
Into our planet?
Like, share, subscribe. Just a short video, just here, relax on Saturday.
Answer
Cheers.
to the many mysteries that lie beneath our feet.
As humans, we share this curiosity, this desire to understand what's beneath our feet. And we want
This show's hosted by William Shatner.
this mystery.
He's in the mid-90s probably by now. William Shatner, most people probably know him as Captain Kirk.
Revealing cave systems, caverns, and obviously whole cities that were never known about in the past. And we are going to discover incredible things beneath the earth in the future that we cannot even have imagined.
They're showing a lot of underground places in different countries.
There is something that compels humanity to explore underground.
Again, had an emission, Buff Files, Lexi, Daniel, Mitchie, thank you guys for dropping by. Leaving comments.
To descend into the unknown. And just like our ancestors before us,
Got William Shatner on TV.
of all the subterranean secrets held by our planet that for now remain
Unexplained. Netflix is carrying the Unexplained series. They're showing episode 6 now, but I think it came out in 2023.
military programs, warping space and time. A mysterious device.
So season 6, episode 2 now. It's called The Time Travelers. Thanks for 6 million in the house.
Present and future exist.
Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend where you're at.
Thousands of years humanity has been tapped
Just drinking Sahi Dry. This is a cherry blossom
to travel through time.
can that they had come out.
Believe that this extraordinary feat is theoretically possible.
Super dry Sahi.
But what if time travel is not just
Thanks for me in the house.
has already happened? Is it really too far-fetched to think that certain people have managed to journey through the fabric of time, whether by design or perhaps by accident? Well, that is what we'll try to find out.
They still got William Shatner on TV. He brings people in. He's in his 90s now. 7 million, how you doing?
Human beings experience time.
Again, just watching Netflix, enjoying some cold ones. My last one before I get ready to go in for the night.
Every march of the clock.
But hopefully everyone's had a good weekend. If you're working, maybe you got a weekday where you got off.
Through time.
Weather's been pretty good.
The great mystery of
Talked to an old friend about
space
the accident, the plane accident that happened in San Diego where they crashed in Murphy Canyon. I actually lived in that canyon area
example
in the past.
are day up into work time and leisure time. And we have transportation systems which have embedded timetables and time
Thanks for me in the house.
And so the notion of time travel has always been popular because the idea of escaping time, being able to step outside of time is hugely attractive.
The tantalizing prospect of traveling through time has long captured the public's imagination, making it a frequent subject in pop culture and entertainment. I'm honored fascination with
You
time
took a
travel
picture of the candle over there?
author H.G. Wells
Hey, wait.
and his groundbreaking novel, The Time Machine.
In 1895, the book The Time Machine by H.G. Wells was published. And the impact that this had on Victorian society was incredibly deep because it gave the scientific world the idea that we could indeed travel through time. What this
Hey, 3 million in the house.
Time Machine is that he had a mechanism, a machine that you actually construct.
We're talking about time travel here.
That was different from all of the other stories. 10 years after the publication of The Time Machine, in 1905, physicist Albert Einstein shocked the world where he published a revolutionary theory which suggested that time travel.
They're talking about time travel here on the show, The Unexplained, Season 6, Episode 2. Thanks, 7 me in the house. Thanks for dropping by.
The past, present, and future. However, Einstein's special theory can allow the straight line of time to become twisted into a loop.
3 million, thank you.
That
Cheers, salud,
so that allows the
kampai,
possibility of time travel.
Could the laws of physics
Rose,
allow us to travel to
think Lahain in Hebrew.
the future? And if so, is it possible that a real-life time machine may have already been invented?
Again, I had some rice trees.
1943. At the height of World War II, the Atlantic Ocean was a dangerous battleground where German submarines frequently targeted American ships. To help protect Allied vessels, the United States Navy reportedly initiated a top-secret program that became known as the Philadelphia Experiment.
The Philadelphia Experiment is a series of secret military projects.
Again, they're talking about time travel here on this show, The Unexplained.
And the Philadelphia
I
shipyard.
don't know if you guys hear in the
At
background.
that time, the Navy was really interested in camouflaging its ships. The original idea that the Navy had was to actually make the ship radar invisible.
The Philadelphia experiment involved a US Navy destroyer that underwent the most strangest of experiments, with the concept being that if the ship were surrounded by incredibly intense electromagnetic fields, could it destroy
Hey, 2 me in the house, 2 thumbs up. Thanks for being here still.
enough that it became invisible?
As the story goes, on October 20th, 1943, government scientists wrapped a fully crewed ship named the USS Eldridge in a cage of electrified copper wire and began the experiment. But then, everything went terribly wrong.
Supposedly, after the switch was struck, all hell broke loose. The ship was encased in fog. Everyone was running around the decks, screaming in panic.
Hey, 4 me in the house watching this episode about time travel on The Unexplained. Thank you for people from other countries that have been here.
Only to reappear in the Norfolk, Virginia shipyard, disappear again, then about 3 hours later, reappear in Philadelphia.
This was witnessed by a merchant mariner called Carl M. Albert, who claimed that he saw it vanish in green mist before returning to the same spot. Then in Virginia, some people witnessed the ship appear there and vanish there.
They're talking about time travel here.
Even more astonishing than the ship's vanishing here is that when it returned to Philadelphia, the crew appeared to have sustained devastating injuries.
When the ship was boarded, it was found that the sailors were in horrible condition. Many were dead, and others were found to be embedded in the bulkhead of the ship, still alive.
Some of the crew seem to be almost frozen in time or stuck within parts of the ship and unable to actually get out, which seems to suggest the alleged teleportation involved with the Philadelphia experiment, that it had actually warped space-time itself.
According to reports that surfaced years after the catastrophic experiment, the USS Eldridge was not only transported across hundreds of miles, but it also seems to have somehow traveled decades into the future.
Allegedly, the ship was actually catapulted through time and space. A completely unexpected result.
Hey, 4 me in the house.
Appearing at various locations like Chicago in 1969 and Lake Mead in 1983, only to disappear and to continue.
They're talking about the time travel here on this Unexplained.
The Eldridge just randomly
Ready to loot?
across time, achieving a
We go to loot?
time travel. So
We-
many accounts of the Philadelphia
You want to
experiment
look?
actually came from some of the families
Okay.
of the sailors
11 o'clock. Okay, one me in the house.
to be part of the initial experiments. What had happened
I'll be right back.
afterwards, these sailors had been declared dead, missing in action. So it was a disaster all the way around.
Did the U.S. Navy conduct an experiment?
3 million. Thank you for being here so far. I'll be back. Got about maybe 5 more minutes here. And then,
In a number of letters written
happy weekend.
witness of the event, Merchant Mariner Carl M. Allen.
Carl Allen had written a series of letters to a author by the name of Morris Jessup. Allen wrote to Jessup talking about the Philadelphia experiment, and Jessup included a series of letters in a book called The Case for the UFO. Afterwards, Jessup was contacted by the Navy, the Office of Naval Research, because somebody had sent them a copy of Jessup's book. And the Navy decided to cover it up completely and said that it was all hoax, that nothing had ever happened. Jessup felt that this was a confirmation that the Philadelphia experiment had actually happened.
Now, of course, we certainly have no absolute knowledge about what the United States was up to related to time travel. But the possibility should not be seen as science fiction.
If the USS Eldridge really did travel through time in 1943, then the U.S. military clearly wants to keep it a closely guarded secret. And some claim that the government further experimented with.
They want me in the house. Thanks for dropping by. Hats on our mission. Thank you.
Part of a top secret project that sent people back in time. Chicago alone, 1893.
I'm not gonna eat that chocolate.
27 million people from around the globe flocked to the city for the world's
Hey, 4 million in the house. How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Just watching
remarkable innovations.
Unexplained here, relaxing. I just drank a beer or two. I drank some Asahi Super Dry. It's pretty good.
Today,
You guys haven't had it. Japanese beer is pretty good. I lived over there, so I enjoy drinking the Japanese beers when I was over there. And they carry American brands. One of the biggest brands when we were in Japan was Budweiser.
which was one of the many important inventions developed by famous Serbian scientist Nikola Tesla.
They're talking about Nikola Tesla right now. The actual guy named Tesla.
Was the same infantry. Tesla's correct.
Thanks for me in the house, just watching Netflix here. Hope you guys have a good weekend so far. Have a great rest of the weekend. For some people, it's already Sunday. For some, it's Saturday. About 1 more hour, it'll be Sunday here.
Nikola Tesla is widely considered to be a scientific genius who changed the course of history.
Just watching this show, they're talking about Nikola Tesla right now.
He also be credited with an even more extraordinary.
Thanks, 3 million in the house.
A time machine.
In 19...
They're talking about time travel right now.
Tesla died and left all his notes at the New Yorker Hotel. When he died, the FBI raided Tesla's rooms, took the notes, and in the notes, a whole series of speculative diagrams.
3 million in the house. Thanks for dropping by.
Time travel technology from a number of papers taken away from Tesla's apartment, which gave details on how to create a teleportation device. And with teleportation, you could also have time travel.
If 4 million in the house, thank you. Everyone's left comments, the countries you're from. If you drop by and you're from a different country, just go say hi.
And if so, is it possible they used this information to build a working time machine? Central New Jersey, 1960.
They're talking about time travel here.
Young Andrew Bishop is taken by his father to visit a nearby manufacturing plant. Little does Andrew know that this factory conceals something truly extraordinary.
I was 6 years old in winter of 1968.
when my father took me to Building 68 at Curtis Wright in Woodridge, New Jersey. And there on the floor of Building 68 was a Tesla teleporter. It was basically a large device.
You're talking about Tesla here.
And it had two booms that were roughly about 8 feet high and 10 feet across on the floor. They looked essentially like elephant tusks. Between them was a form of energy that was sort of cascading between the booms or armatures of the device. Jumping through that radiant energy caused a holographic white tunnel of light to open in time space. They were testing the effect of Tesla teleportation.
Hey, for me in the house, watch it Unexplained. Thank you for everyone's come by. Gracias, domo. Salamat. Obrigado.
Military organization known as DARPA to participate in
Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
called Project Pegasus.
Polaris Incorporated.
Project Pegasus was a classified defense-related research and development program of DARPA. They were essentially training and testing American school children in 8 modalities of time travel. There were 140 American school children of my age who were in the program. We were also trainees because we were expected to become America's first generational chrononauts or time travelers.
They're talking about time travel here.
Tesla teleport was used to send chrononauts back in time to observe and even influence historical events.
A chrononaut essentially was a time travel agent in the sense that I wasn't just involved in testing and training. I had missions when I went there. I was sent to Ford's Theater to see, for example, who shot Lincoln. And I was also sent to meet General George Washington with the mission to urge him to immediately retreat his troops from New York.
Sometimes these Unexplained shows are weird.
There was always sort of a very expert educational session where they would sort of acclimate us so we'd understand what was going to happen next.
While some may find Andrew who shot the story hard to believe, during the Cold War, the United States government conducted numerous bizarre experiments. These programs involved everything from mind control to remote viewing.
What the story really plugs into is the widespread suspicion about the military-industrial complex. The idea that the military are conducting experiments behind our back, and it's a widely held view that governments around the world, particularly the United States, have been researching time travel for a long time.
Andrew Shadow insists that his story is backed up by more than one.
See where the cat was at. Just see where the cat was at. I think he's in there. Hey, 3 million. I'm just getting ready to shut down for the night. I had a few cold ones. Thank you for everyone's dropped by so far. If you like this video, go and like, share, subscribe. I'm going to shut this down in about 1.5 minutes.
My objective was essentially watching President Lincoln.
Those are good though. I'll take one to work tomorrow.
By people right up against the dais.
Yeah.
Some ladies from Gettysburg, several Union officers protecting Mr. Lincoln. That I literally intentionally walked away from the dais. And there
Again, if you guys like this video, go and like, share, subscribe. Again, just a Saturday night here, later on, about 10 at night, almost 11, just relaxing. But if you guys like this video, go and like, share, subscribe. We'll see you another time. Have a good one. Gracias. Obrigado. Salamat. For everyone's come by today. Just finishing season 2 of this Unexplained. Hosted by William Shatner. Season 6, episode 2. But if you like this, go and have a good one. Take care. Another time. Adios.
That photo of me in Gettysburg in 1863 already existed. So that's a proof of Pegasus, and there have been many. Time travel technology, the best I know,